Alam mo, patapos na. Ganito yan eh. Ang nakatagal dyan is we're still looking for a way how to save the lives of everybody. Uh, Pati na yung mga terorista, kung maari lang. I objected doon sa, I ruled out yung bombing ng mosque. Because sirain mo yan, it would mean the destruction also of the what's in the soul of a Muslim everywhere. Alam natin yan. Kasi yung Katoliko, yung simbahan. Ngayon, nandyan sila. Pero may kasama ang mga hostages. Hindi ko talaga malaman kung talagang 70 lang o 300 as originally the data that was given us. Hindi ko malaman anong kasi pagka the first sign of entry breaching the defenses leading to the inside to the inside of the building, baka patayin ang mga. And so I could hindi ko na malaman ngayon kung paano ko explain to the nation na bakit dumating ng ganito. Kasi at the end of the day, akin talaga ang lahat ng bakit nangyari yan, bakit na dumating pa tayo sa ganitong panahon. This I have to, mahirapan ako na if it's 300 or 70 na putulan yung ulo sabay-sabay o make them a human shield, pati ang sundalo niya mahirapan. Ipagbarilan ka tapos ang unang cover nila yung tao. Could be a Muslim, it could be a Christian. It does not really matter. It's lives. So, diyan tayo natagalan. And to the credit of the military, though they have suffered losses, but I could only grieve with them, but I have to calibrate everything. I cannot just, it's not that easy. Ito yung bagong warfare ngayon, as experience sa Syria, pati Iraq, sa Libya, building for building, is a natural cover, simento. Bago ito. Kaya nahirapan din, marami akong namatay, more than 100 na, 300 not almost 400 kasi nakapwesto na sila doon. Matagal na sila, pati yung bala nila hindi maubos-ubos, hindi susubol. So, hirap talaga ako magano. But one day I have to decide because this cannot go on. Kaya lang, I'm preparing everybody for the eventuality na siguro nagduko-duko dyan. Balik ka na nga dito sa akin. Hirapan sarili mo dyan. Ayaw pa naman maglapit. Wala ako maglapit to. Para hindi ka mahirapan.
Mr. President, just to clarify, yung pong bounty for Ardot, sabi nyo kahapon 5 million, tapos ganina 3 million, which po?
Binagdagan ko ng 1 million.
So, magkano na po?
3 million siya.
Yung sinabi nyo po kahapon 5?
Yung 5 tag 2 million.
Tapos yung sa Marcoses po, Mr. President, sinasabi po ng mga ibang political analysts na yung pronouncement niyo po na they will be returning their wealth, parang you're taking po yung pulso ng publiko para daw yung mga kaso
Hindi,
mawala
ganito
din.
yan. The Marcoses are ready
Mhm.
to return. I said, I accept the explanation because there's no other explanation. I do not know anything. I cannot debate with them. So sinabi ko, accept the invitation. It's about time that this thing is finally settled. May isang ano dahil mo, sino titawag akong moron. Yung idioto na to, isa ring idioto, moron to, an idiot. I did not agree on what amount and for how much and for this long. I just accepted the explanation na gusto nilang makipag-ariglo na sa gobyerno kasi dapat matapos na to.
Na-discuss niyo po ba yun with Ilocos Governor Amy Marcos?
Yes, pati sino bang nandoon? Yung sabi nila that they offered to settle. Uh, uh, it's not moronic to listen and to just also say, I accept your explanation because that is your explanation.
Preparation daw po yun, Mr. President, sa pagtakbo ni Bongbong ng Vice.
Wala na akong pakialam din. After 5 years, I would no longer be in the political scene. Walang kalokohan na.
President, ano yung statement mo on the withdrawal ni Mark Tagugas allegations against sa Paolo Eman's partner?
Wala man talaga siyang evento. Ang balita lang man na lumabas. He never said anything. Kaya yung lumabas na iba ng istorya. So that's another fake news. Wala naman siyang sinabi ng, but it turned out na ganun parang sinabi niyan. Kaya ako naman ganito, ay uli. Alam mo, wag mo akong bigyan ng garbage. Pag galing kay Trillianes, noon pa yan nung eleksyon, baka nakalimutan ninyo. Hindi pa ako presidente, yung anak ko, pati ako, dinawit ng bilyon-bilyon. Kaya nga po sabi ko, hanapin ninyo yan kung meron, inyo na. I authorize you to examine the books of all rural banks, pati rural banks na sa Hulo hanggang Batanes. Sabi ko, tapos na yan ng eleksyon. Kasi tapos ng eleksyon, nanalo na ako. Ito naman ngayong bago, ang sabi ko sa kanila ganito, yung unang, I told them the history of my son, yung he eloped with a Muslim lady, tapos ang negosyo sa pantalan, mga jars, yung buy and sell nila sa barter. So diyan yan siya natuto. Kung hindi lang sa Manila, si Pulong noon pa, makikita mo talaga he was helping his in-laws. 18 years old lang yung tao nung nagtanan siya kay yung si Lovely Sangkola. 24 years old na. Sabi ko yan, kung yan makita ninyo sa pantalan, palaging sa pantalan talaga. Yan ang natutunan niya nung getting older siya, married life. Yun ang, ito naman kay Mans, lawyering yan. Wala ka, pareho kami ng doktor, pati kami mga abogado, wala kang, you cannot question that. Hanap buhay namin yung pagka-abogado. There is absolutely nothing wrong if you take a client who is bahirap sa buhay o client mo na pinakamayaman sa mundo. We cannot question that. Even among lawyers, hindi kami ma-question. And by this time, just to educate them, wala kayong makuha dyan. You cannot even ask the relationship between the lawyer and the client. That's one. A confessor and a priest. That's another one. A husband and a wife during the marriage, may nalaman sila sa isa't isa, mga sekreto. Hindi mo pwede yan. yung doktor, hindi mo pwede tanungin yung pasyente at pasyente, hindi mo mapilit sabihin niya anong sinabi ng doktor at anong sinabi ng pasyente. Kasi walang alam sa batas. Wala kang makuha dyan. Lawyering. Yung si Mans. Sabi niya, kanila daw ang kliyente yan. Sabi ko, go ahead. Pero sabihin mo na lakari niya kasi son-in-law ko siya. Alam naman yan. Ang offer nila noon was 3 billion. Hindi namin tinanggap. Iba yung kay Lam, ha? Baka ito laruin na naman ninyo ng... Iba yung kay Lam. 3 billion. Sabi ko, masyadong maliit. And so many thousands of taxes that you evaded by using a fake stamp. Yan. So, hindi ako nakikialam sa trabaho ng abogado. Hindi ako nakikialam sa buhay nila. Paano sila mabuhay? Basta yung abogado, pati kliyente, kanila yan. And you cannot summon them in the Senate or in the courts, even sa korte, hindi ka pwedeng magtanong. Because bawal talaga yan sa rules of evidence. And you can ask any lawyer. Hindi na ako nag-offer because I should not be offering information. Why should I? Ngayon, kung sinabi nila na kinuha yung office, that office is Belio, Bebot. Nagpa-practice yan sila. Even before I became, many years ago yan. Si Lucas, yung tatay ni Mans, pati si Mans pagka-abogado niya. It was the law firm handling the case. And you cannot infer anything there unfavorable kung kunin nila yung katsamba sila ng malaking kliyente. Pag magsabi siya, boss, attorney, tulungan mo ako sa kaso ko. Meron akong reserve ng pera para pambayad sa iyo. Kaligaya na ng abogado niya.
Mayor, Asian women leaders calling for the Philippine government to release Senator Benino.
On what ground? Ano?
Kulang na evidence.
I would not want to talk about it. The case is already in court.
Mr. President, House Speaker,
Ang problema pa rin sila ni Alejandro. They file cases without really knowing the law. Yung kay Trillianes naman, ABC, sinabi ni B na si C daw ang nagsabi sa kanya. That's not evidence. Yung pasa-pasa. Sinabi ni ano na yun raw siya. But they persist because either they're dedicated to their ignorance. Ito si Nograles political ISIS. All that they have to do. Wala man siyang talent. Cannot go even... he does not even know between a Democrat and a member of a party. How can you expect? Kasi actually kulang yung nalaman niya sa buhay. But you have to forgive him. Hindi niya alam ang ginagawa nila. But yung inaway niya si Gordon, ganon, insisting on something which cannot be done legally. That's sa conduct nila, it's a unruly behavior. And he can always be punished for that and even ousted from the Senate. Ipipilit mo yung illegal na hindi naman talaga pwedeng gawin.
Mr. President, former House Speaker Nograles apologized sa inyo kanina.
Hindi naman kailangan yan because actually, lang yan yung magkalaban kami sa politika. But eventually, sinuportahan niya ako kasi it was to the best interest of Davao. Na yung congressman, pati yung mayor, tumakbo ako ng presidente. Suportado yun. Pero yung balik ako kay Trillianes, ako instead of pati yung nagtawag sa akin ng murong, alam mo, these are the guys who really do not know anything in life. Except to just to, kunwari, to be hothead. I never said that malaki pa yan. Kung totoo yan, if there's really sincerity in everybody's heart, we have to start with Congress. You know, Congress must authorize. Then it should be the Central Bank of the Philippines and the Secretary of Finance maybe. Ang kayang mahilap kasi nito, knee-jerk, yung mag-react pa kunwari na wala namang alam. If President cannot, it has to be the law. And the law must come from Congress, not from me. I cannot say with finality na ito ang mangyari because there will be so many stages yan. If it's an arbitration, kasi ariglo, it would undergo an arbitration kung totoo talaga. But Congress must authorize because that is money to be recovered by the government of the Philippines. And that was the offer. That was the rationale of the governor when he offered. I accepted na the explanation na gusto na namin na matapos na. Dumating itong isa, tinawag ako murong, putang ina mukhang pera talaga pala to. Narinig lang niya na may ariglo na, nagwala na. So I cannot help you guys. It's not that easy. Just because I was listening and I accepted her explanation na kung bakit gusto na niya, it's high time that these things are settled. If the government decides to pursue prosecution or anything, that realm would belong to the Secretary of Justice. Maybe there would be a compromise. Kung wala, then you proceed. But then if you proceed, bakit hanggang ngayon, itong sikaran sa hambog ng hambog, bakit meron pa palang isinauli? So anong ginawa ninyo? Kaya tinitingnan ko yung PCGG. Hindi lang yan. Just because you recovered a few millions, sabihin mo na nagtrabaho na kayo. Kulang ang trabaho ninyo. Bakit hindi nyo nakita itong ngayong ino-offer nga ni, ibigay? She is not ready to announce na ninakaw yung pera. At this is yung pinagdudahan, pag-usapan. That I accepted. But when the proceedings should begin, we should start with Congress.
Okay.
Well, it's the people who will decide it through the representatives. And the representatives, kaya nila called representatives. Because they represent the people. Because we should be deciding our own fate. But since not all the people can be accommodated in one building, you only send representatives. Kaya tawag na sa congressman, representative. Marami pa kasing, akala ko kasi itong mga edukado na pretending to know. Hindi ganon yung when I say that I accepted the, unlo immorality. Idioto ka pala eh. You must be, so from a moron to an idiot, I'm telling you, you're an idiot. Because you pretend to just blurt out anything without using the gray matters between your ears, and that is your brain. Wala ka dyan. Yung masaban IQ, I think, of, the normal is, I think, 664. Ang IQ niya siguro mga 6 lang, 7. Bubugaw ka ng calling people by name. Hindi mo naman inisip na wala kang pinag-aralan pala.
Hi, sir. Sir, can you expound more on the yung spillover, sir, sa Buldon, Maguindanao, sir?
Meron dito. So, yun, to ease the pressure, mayroon ng skirmishes every day. And I don't know how this thing will develop, but I'm watching. Anyway, I have until the end of the year to contain all of these things. But kung I would like to report to you officially that we will be pursuing the yung MI pati MNF mga peace talks. Sabi ko na nga sa buong bayan, ako na yung presidente nagsasabi sa inyo, if we cannot reconfigure a political structure to suit everybody's needs and fulfill their demands because it is really valid, Mindanao will be at war for all time. And I hope it will not. With the coming of the ISIS, just like itong si Trillianes yung political ISIS. Eh. Walang alam, basta gusto biralan ng bira. Akala niya, tama siya. Ang ang nakakatawa dyan, kasi when he talks, it is as if talagang alam niya ang batas. Sino ang patawagin mo? Ako, ang advice ko kay Pulong, punta ka doon. And then pagdating mo question, sabihin mo lang, no, I will not answer you. I'm invoking my right of silence kasi noong election pa, hindi pa presidente tatay ko, binabira mo na kami. So, if you want evidence, Mr. Trililing, do not get it from the mouth of other people. Go somewhere else. Do not, yung tinitira mo, gusto mo ring ipitin, hindi ka abogado, hindi ka marunong yan. Ang isagot sa iyo, I will refuse to answer your question because it will tend to incriminate me. Why? Because sa election pa lang, binibira mo na ako. You have already assumed that I am guilty. So what's the point in answering you? So you might as well invoke the right to silence. Di pareho sila ni Paildo, magtinginan na lang kayo dyan. You cannot punish a person or take any inference. Yan magsabi, silence is means consent. When a person invokes a constitutional right, you cannot infer anything wrong there. Perfectly all right. And you cannot force a person to testify. Huwag mong gamitin yung contempt. Hindi yan, kasi hindi. Ang tao pwedeng hindi talaga. So kayong mga next batch na kay Trillianes na sumpi na. All you have to do is to send a letter. We are not answering your questions. I will not submit to an investigation. For what? You are on a fishing expedition. Kaya kung may gusto kang malaman, huwag mong kunin sa bunganga ako, gago ka pala. Hindi maghanap ako siya sa hanapin kung totoo talaga yan. So that is all there is to it. So why bother asking a lawyer and asking a plain citizen or a vice mayor for that matter na inassume mo na sila, publicly yun ang behind Davao Group. Sino ba may gusto magsagot sa iyo? Pwede sabihin ko lang, the right to remain silent is really golden. So, for what purpose? For harassment. Ikaw pong harassment, wag mo na lang sabihin mo kaya, ang problema niyan, the processes of the Senate has been degraded. Parang it looks cheap now. Ako ang padala mo ng sabihin ko, shit. What's your purpose? To investigate? Kayong tatawagin nga, sabihin ko, all you have to do is say, no, we will not answer you. I will not answer you. I will invoke the right to remain silent. Period. So yan, mandirig na ninyo yan, malaman na ninyo, kasi sinong kriminal ko niyan sagot, na litse na yung, na chipin yung, wala na kayong makuha. After this, my advice to all, if you are called to the Senate, do not obey it. Cite it, mag-contempt ka, then you go to court. And you will say, I have the right to remain silent. I may go there, but that's... Huwag kayong sumagot. Sabihin lang ninyo, baka makulong kami. Baka malay ko nag-fabricate ka dyan ng affidavit na naman, tapos ipitin mo ako, pailan mo ako ng kaso. So you tend to incriminate me. Instead na wala, hindi ako criminal, gawain mo akong criminal. Eh, kalokohan yan. First of all, you are famous for fabricating. And there's a crime of subornation of perjury. When you ask people to execute an affidavit, which is a lie, ganun yan. Kaya maniwala kayo kasi ako abogado at ako ang presidente ninyo. Ako ang legal advisor ninyo. Hayaan mo yan yung mga do not be afraid yung contempt ni Trillianes. Pumunta kayo. Tignan mo siya sa muka tapos sabihin mo, what do you want from me? Answer? About what? Marami yan. Droga. Basta yan ang sagutin ninyo. Wala na yung magawa ang Senado. That is why dapat hindi ko sabihin that, but as a lawyer, I suppose I can advise citizens of this republic that when you are cited to appear in the Senate, you may want to appear to avoid itong mga arresto contempt. But sabihin lang ninyo, when the question starts pouring in, you say no. I will not answer you. Not because your charges are true or not, but malay ko, your questions are crafted to suit an affidavit which you magawa ka ng affidavit ng isang Juan de la Cruz tapos isuot mo, tapos i-question mo, pilitin mo yung tao. Answer! You cannot do that. That is my advice to the people of the Philippines. Ngayon, huwag kayong matakot yung contempt sa Senate. Wala yan. At kayo kung tinatawag, maghingi kayo ng tulong sa akin as president, magtutulong ako. I was a lawyer. I just say that I represent the person cited to appear and my answer to him is, shut up. Tapos. So henceforth, wala na tuloy makuha ang Senado. I say because you have cheapened the image of the Senate as an oppressor. Na hindi naman lahat. Ganun yan. Huwag kayong matakot yan, ganun wala yan. Siya ang dapat managot kasi yung nag-mutiny, sabi ka ni Gordon. Patapang-tapangan, ngayon mo na ipakita yung tapang mo, bakit mo tinuloy? Sinampal ka lang ni Barrias, nag-iyak ka pa, nag-surrender ka. Ang nakuha mo sa iyong mutiny, yung mga plato, pati kutsara pati yung mga kumot ng ubos, dinala ninyo. Peninsula Hotel, hindi mo pa nabayaran yung damage. And here you are, nang marcha-marcha, kala mo sino, hindi naman si Bonifacio, hindi naman mukhang Ginaldo. Do not so be, kaya mga critics, nagsabi na muronik ako, yung ikaw ang idiot, and I would say, your IQ is about 4 or 5. Hindi mo alam na the president cannot on his own negotiate with it has to be Congress. Congress must pass a law, then provide the steps of how to recover. Then after that, may appoint ka, kung bigyan ako ng power, wala. Kung sabihin nilang, sigurado ako Central Bank, Secretary of Finance, BIR, pati customs. Yun na yun. So, okay ang masyadong pabilib. Yan si Aliano, pabilib lang. Gusto niya tanggapin polo hearsay. Kaya siya minura ni Perinya. Nagpapa-abogado ka, wala kang alam. Bakit ka pa nag-military? Nakukuha ka na sana ng law dyan sa... Ayawan ko kung papasa ka sa entrance exam. Ikaw bakit kasi layo sa akin? Sige, ako palapit kay parang ganun marinig. Kayo, nakinig kayo. Section 5 na.
Maro pa rin po siya.
Maro yan, sir.
Hindi man pala ito sa iyo. Ito.
Nakita ha.
Thank you. Salamat. Thank you, sir.
Ano pa ang misgivings niyo about it?
Pero nagbigay ka ng advice kay Paolo. Nagbigay ka ng advice kay Paolo. Advice.
Wala, hindi kami nakita. Ayaw niya akong kausapin, matagal na yan. Since yung, matagal na. At saka hindi ako magbigay ng advice. Alam niya yan, kung nakinig siya, may idea na siya kung anong gawin niya. Gusto niya pumunta siya doon. Pero ang problema, magkahiyaan. Sabi ka lang, bakit summon mo ako? Where's your evidence? Bakit mo ako pinatawag? Diyan sa newspaper na grupo ng Davao Group. Ito lang ang ebidensya mo. Tapos patawagin mo, gagastos pa ako ng eroplano para lang makinig nitong isang terrorizing the people. Kaya I'm forced to tell, to give you the advice. One day, but the media, you might be cited there. Kung tingin mo na sa alangan, I will not. You can go to court if you want.
Yung warning mo kanina na the next big problem siguro is about the ISIS trouble. Can you give us some idea kung gano'n na katalawag o katindi yung recruitment nila?
Look, I've been explaining to you. The ISIS is being cornered into the coastal towns of Algeria. Natutulak na sila, Syria. Once they lose mass base, wala na sila mapunta. Papatayin talaga sila. Alam mo na, ang Arabo, will be executed. Sisibat na yan. And then because they have access in some countries, bigyan na lang sisipot kagaya nung sa marami.
Pero anong mode ng recruitment nila sa
I don't know how fast, but I have to talk to the President of Widodo. We have agreed that we will talk, the three of us, si Najib sa Malaysia. Kung naghintay lang kami ng timing, if it can be near the Philippine shores, Sabah might be a good avenue, or Jakarta, but it would be a long haul actually.
probably what would be the
In probability, is a joint in all probability, it will be a joint parang task force. And I will open my borders to the Malaysian authorities and the Indonesian authorities. And I would be given an access. Kung may hinahabol kami, tapos sabihin mo lang, wala ng panahon, tirahin mo na lang dyan. Even if it's a Filipino, sabihin mo doon sa Indonesian, tirahin mo na. Or Indonesian dito, they'll give it, banatan mo.
how soon would be the discussion?
I have yet to, but they're doing it already. But to formalize an agreement, we have to meet face to face and agree on an agenda for the talks. But I said I can only maybe be there for about a day or two. At this time, I cannot. I do not have the luxury of time because I have a serious problem here. And I have to. I've been to Marawi several times. I intend to go there hanggang matapos to. It has cost us a lot in terms of money. Marami akong sundalo na patay, pati police. Ang sa drug war, the other day, I said every day I lose a policeman or a military man connected with violence, connected with drugs. The other day I lost 3.
Ang recruitment ba, almost
Anong
sinigla na ba
ang
sa ISIS na recruitment nila?
lahat na I'm sorry. Lahat na sa basta they would be most active in Muslim states. Wala na, sige. Ikaw ma'am. Sagutin na lang kita.
hard evidence against Attorney Mans and Vice Mayor Colong daw po if they do attempt sa Senate, ihaharap niya raw po yung mga evidence na yun.
Wala nga sinong sasagot sa he cannot. Sabi ko sa kanya, if it comes to lawyering, hindi siya pwedeng magtanong. Bawal yan. It is bawal because, kasi pitong ka kaya ng Bautista. What's the use of proceeding against him when the wife cannot testify on the matters that she is? Because it's not allowed. Sabihin na sa court, then, sabihin mo na lang na, I do not want to answer your question because it may tend to incriminate me. You have been at it since time immemorial, long before hard evidence. Alam mo si Trillianes, kung may hard evidence, matagal na yan nagsigasigaw. Pag sinabi ng hard evidence, nag-ano yan, saywar. Hindi naman ito yung kalaban mo sa gira. Abogado ito ay buang. Huwag kang magpaano-ano dyan, pamaro. What ka nagigit, i-confront mo. Sabihin ng tao, mas kayo yung abogado. At po tayo, kasi sinali niya yung lawyering ng son-in-law ko. Sabi niya, tinuro mo ng kami pala ang Davao Group. Sa bakit pa ako sasagot? Pag sabi ako, ito ba yung ebidensya mo? Ewan ko, saan mo nakuha yan? That's garbage. Sabi ko nga, ang mahirap kay Trillianes is, sabihin mo, wala ka kasing alam. Pinipilit mo ang mundo na umikot doon sa tinuturo mo, direksyon mo. Hindi ganon ang mundo. Huwag kang mag-superstar sa publiko kasi itong mga kaharap mo, hindi itong mga bubo. Pati si Aliano. Kaya mo impeach siya, puro hearsay. Ibig ko sabihin, i-impeach mo ako, patawag mo ako with that garbage. Di sabi, magle-lecture ako ng, kaya nagle-lecture ako, magle-lecture ako doon sa puro abogado ng mga congressman, pati senador.